So we have the first Japanese whiskey with Japanese cedar barrels, but first it gets its maturation in ex-bourbon cask and later on the finish for max 3 months, depending on the weather and so on. The finish is a new unshared Japanese cedars from the, I need to read that, from the Yoshini-sugi cedar. And as the Japanese cedar is very flavorful, 1000 liter cask I used. And now Kamiki wants to add a whole new experience to the Japanese whiskey, and so they're using fine blending Japanese whiskey for that. And the name comes from Kami, which stands for God, and Iki for breath, and that's a tribute to the winds of the holy mountain Miwa. And so the whiskey itself has its birth in the Nara town, which is the ancient main town from Japan, and it's also known as City of Temples. And here we come to the cellars again, because all the temples, also the Omiwa temple, was built, or one part was built of the Japanese cedar that is also used for the cask. So that's quite interesting. And so we will see how it tastes like. So we have a blended malt, as mentioned, with 48% for Japanese whiskey. I really like that. And yeah, as mentioned before, it's finished in Japanese cedar cask. So let's have a look. I immediately have like blossom honey, vanilla as well. I think that's from the bourbon cask. And what's interesting, I also got black tea, which is pretty cool. And also like, do you know the light salted caramel thing, the small things? So delicious, and I really like this combination. And funny, I've got a little bit of like the pine cones and a kind of grapefruit note as well. So it's very fresh, and as you can see, the alcohol is very well integrated, as I can smell without any problems. I like that. It's a really crazy combination on the one hand, but on the other hand it makes it very interesting, and I really want to try it. It's like a want to try it feeling, but you can take your time with it as well. I really like that. Alright guys, as I have no clue what slanche is in Japanese, I say cheers or slanche. Anyway, yeah, we'll see. So you immediately notice the wood. So if you don't like wood in your whiskey, then this whiskey is nothing for you. But if you like that note, then you should look further. We also got a light espresso note with a light bitter note, but in a very pleasant way. You also got like the, we already mentioned the vanilla note, which is pretty cool. You got a sandalwood note as well, which is a real combination with the vanilla one. But what's funny enough, I had a black tea in the nose, and now I've got a green tea in the palate. That's a really cool combination with the vanilla as well. And instead of grapefruit, I've got like kind of a bitter orange. So it's fresh anyway. I really like that. And also the salted caramel we've got in the nose, we also have this here, but in combination with figs. I really need to try that in nature, because that is a really great combination. So obviously it makes a kind of ping pong in my mouth, but in a very, very pleasant way. I really like that. It's all the components are very well integrated and play together. So it's a really nice whiskey. The finish is quite medium, could have been longer for me, because the wood comes through again, and also in combination with the green tea. So that's a pretty cool combination for me. And yes, I like that. For me, in this weather conditions, I'm not sure how it's with you guys, but we have like 40 degrees or something like that. But not now, obviously. But yeah, it's quite hot here in Germany right now. But for me, that's a perfect summer whiskey with these temperatures. I really like it. It costs around, in Germany, costs around like 40 up to 50 euros for 50 cl. I would buy that again. Both thumbs up from my side. Yeah, I really like it. It's a really complex Japanese whiskey for me. I just know that from the Hibiki one and not from the others I tried, but that means nothing, obviously. But yeah, I'm really surprised over this complexity. So I like that. Really nice. I'm excited what you'll say. Do you know that one? Or what's your favorite Japanese whiskey? Do you have any recommendations for me? But till now, I say have a great weekend. I hope with more pleasant temperatures. And we see us next week, guys. Bye bye.